Love is never 50-50. Like, some people have the misconception of thinking that love is always a transactional thing. Like, you give 50% and the other person gives 50%. Let's look at the problems in that regard. If you always have the threshold of needing to give your all, because it's only 50 and 50 because the combined is 100, so you need to give 100 of yourself, and the other person needs to give 100 of herself or himself to gain 100% in combination. So it would be you need to give your all and the other person gives their all. But it doesn't work like that because, you know, if you see love as a scale, you will always measure it like a scale. And if you measure it like a scale, you will have the problem that if this person is not really able physically, mentally, I don't know, time management, whatever it is, to give his or her 100% today, maybe it's only 35. Then most of the people that measure love in a scale also either scale down to the same in their brain to what 35% would look like, or go even lower because they think, the other person doesn't love me, they don't give me enough percentage that I deserve. That's wrong. Love is never a transaction. You should look at love as something where you wake up and you choose to love a specific person. You always want the best for them, you always want to try your best for them, you always want to make them happy, make them safe, all the attributes that love brings with. And you should want this by nature. Like by nature, and what I mean by nature, I mean you should want to wake up. Like if you choose to love somebody, you should want to wake up with the feeling, what can I do good for this person? How can I make this person smile today? You should always think about what you can bring to the scale. Like, don't focus on how the scale should look like from a third person view. Focus on on your bowl of the scale. What you put into the bowl. And if, let's say, you wake up and you make breakfast, or you buy some flowers, or you write a cute note, or you just hug them and kiss them and tell them how much you love them and how much you cherish them. And you do that on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday. You did it you did it for 4 days straight. But now on Friday you say, no, I will stay in the bed. And now I will look if the other person will do it today. And then you see they sleep through, but they're still loving. They cuddle you, they give you kisses, and they say, do you want to stand up? Should we start in the day? Should we make breakfast together? And you think, breakfast together? I made you breakfast for the last 4 days. Why don't you make me breakfast now? Why aren't you already finished with making breakfast? And why? Like, and you know what this causes? Like, you already see it. Like, it's just evil. It's just not, it doesn't help love at all. Because if we always try to do something because we want something, most of the time, it will not work. So that's why I say, if you want love to truly work out, one key aspect is never look at the other side of the scale for straight up comparison what you want to do. Like, don't get me wrong, if the other person treats you badly or they don't do anything in general, then this is wrong. This is also bad. But you should never look at daily love as how much does my significant other give, and let me match that. Because I think every one of us already fell in that trap that they try to see love as a percentage. And I can talk from my experience too. That's why I talk about this, because I already have done it. Like I already had my fair share of moments in the past where I was like, does this person really do enough right now? Do I do too much? Should I lower my the things I give? Or also on the contrary, does the person do too much for me? Like, is my scale out of place? But this is a better question than the first one, because now you're focusing on yourself and getting yourself better. But if you do it on another person, there's another big problem of it, because you never know what the 100% of a person truly looks like. The person you think only gives 20% of their own capacity might be at 90% right now. And you don't know their true capacity because you don't know what is truly going on in them. Like, you can be married, you can't be happy, like you can be everything of that. But still there could be things the other person hides from you because they are ashamed. Maybe they want to keep it with God and them, or there are just some things that the other person has troubles talking about, or maybe they didn't even process it for themselves. And you know that because you also have these things. So always try to see yourself in the other person, also sometimes. Like, try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. That's why empathy is also a very important topic in this. Look at the other person constantly and try to understand why they might struggle, why they might not be on your scale level, and what you could do to help them. And this is another important point. If you see it as a scale and you just cannot get it out of it, like you cannot get this picture out of your brain, then at least help them. Like, if you truly feel like you do too much and they do too less, help them. Like, this is a point where I had a big problem in my very young year, like in my teenage years. I had a very big problem that I want to address, because this is very toxic and nobody should have the trait or work on the trait to go away. And it's the trait of um, basically saying, like, um, I want something. It's let's take a glass of water, okay? I put my glass here and I expect you to fill up my glass of water because you fill up your own glass. So my expectation, and we talk about expectation, it's a big point, expectations right now. My expectation is you will fill up my glass because you love me. So you don't do it. And it hurts me inside, let's say. Let's just put it like that. In the past, I would react like, okay, I, it hurt me that the person didn't do this, fill up my glass. But if I tell them now that it hurts me, or that I would wish for the person to fill up my glass and they do it, it doesn't have any worth for me anymore. So it's like expectations kill so many things, and never let this trait rule you of having the feeling of, if I need to tell a person what I want and what they could do for me that I will get happier, then it has no more worth, because they do need to do it out of themselves. Like, this is such a big misconception that I think especially young people have, which is very dangerous because it destroys so much future potential of love, because you basically saying the other person needs to know everything about me 100%, and you don't even know yourself 100%. So why do you think the other person knows exactly what they should do for you? Sometimes, and I think it's very important in a healthy love, you should tell the other person what do you like, what you don't like, what they do good, and what maybe could change. But you also you should start by reflecting on your own self. Like, and you should also ask your significant other, like, do I do the things good? Are you happy with what I do? Should I maybe change some things? And a healthy relationship can talk about this. A healthy relationship should talk about this. Because think about it, if you sort these things out very early, you could prevent all of this from happening. But you also, most importantly, should look in yourself first and try to fix this kind of wrong sense of love in yourself first. This love is a scale. I have this and that expectation, and if it's not met, then I feel like this is not a good love, or if the person doesn't do things by like out of themselves, it is not an act of love anymore and I don't care, or I've done so many things this week, why doesn't my significant other do things for me like that? Don't measure what they don't do, measure what they do. This is a very significant thing where I want to end this video on. Think about that. Like, truly look at people and start to look at people in the sense of what are they doing for me all the time and right now, and what I cherish about it. And before you ever go to your significant other, grab them, pull them gently to you, give them a beautiful soft kiss. Like, maybe put your hand on the back of their head, press it a bit on your chest, kiss them on the head, and tell them, you've done a beautiful and an amazing job. You make me feel so loved and cared for, and I just wanted to say that this specific thing or that specific thing you've done, I noticed that, it's beautiful, and it makes me happy. Boom. So much love already in this little scene. And people think, this is only Disney movie. This happens once in 1 month and then it's only about fighting again. No. If you focus on these moments and if you truly build on these moments, love doesn't need to be a fight all the time. Okay? So I want to leave you with that, and I hope this video helped you. And yeah, I just want to continue to talk about topics of love that I find are very interesting to be talked about, and I would love your opinion in the comments, so feel free to comment, and yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.